So I'm going to be doing part 4, which is the Arboretum. You can see it on the trees. Well, the tree is on the tree. You can see the detail that it's got, the paths, the little benches, the shrubs. I'm not sure if I like the shrubs. There are a lot of amazing jobs that people have done on YouTube. I don't want to copy anything. I'm going to try to make it, well, close to the ship, the model kit as possible, but I want to put a little flair into it. I don't want it to be boring. I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do with it yet. I did have the paragraphics parts, and what I'll do is I'll get all the pieces assembled, get them off the trees, and get them cleaned up. So I got all the pieces all laid out. You can see the Arboretum Walls from the photo etch set. Some nice detail in that. The trees, I don't know, they look kind of like little mushroom clouds. Once they, I don't know if I can, they're so small, get in to show you guys, but I don't know, I'm not a big fan of these trees. I don't know, I'm going to see if I can do something else. But let me start thinking about what I'm going to do for the grounds. And when I get everything planned out and the first step is ready to be done, I'll show you. Alright, to give you a little bit of an update, I really didn't care for those little cone things. I don't know if they were supposed to be shrubs. So I used the Dremel tool, the rotary tool, and I got rid of them. I left part of one because I'm going to make it a rock. I went on, I masked off the walls. What I'm going to do is I'm going to spray using the paint gun. I'm going to spray using the grass, using testers. Everything I'll be using is the testers. Matter of fact, I got the paint for the Aztecing, but that's another video. But I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to spray a base coat of the green just to get the grass done, and I'll show you what it looks like after it's sprayed on. Alright, so I sprayed it down with the airbrush, and while it was still wet, I took one of my, my wife got rid of one of these palette things for her makeup, and what I did was I took one of the little powder discs and I mixed it up and I applied it to the grass areas while it was still wet. And that shade of green with the paint combined to make what I hope is going to look like grass. Plus I got rid of that shine. Where's the paint that I showed you guys? Because this paint is gloss, which, you know, grass is not glossy. So, that being said, when that dries, then I'm going to apply the water, and I'll show you how I make the water in a minute. Okay, so I had an idea for the trees, because the little trees, well, they kind of look like little mushrooms. I'm thinking, how can I make it look good? Well, to make a long story short, we have a pellet stove. And what I did was, I took hot glue, and I put some at the end of the pellet, and I rolled them through oregano. Excuse me, parsley. Parsley flakes. When the hot glue sets, they look like little trees. You can see the difference between trees. I just hope they're not too big. I'm gonna have to cut them down. I did cut that one down. You can see right around over there, the little stump. I don't know if they're gonna be able to be seen, but I'm gonna see how that works out. If that doesn't work, I could always take the plastic pieces, glue them, and then dip them into the parsley. But for now, I'm going to see if I can cut the stumps down and use my little trees for the Arboretum. Alright, so for the water, I don't know if you can see that. I wanted to do the shimmering effect. There we go. It's a little bit, well, maybe not. The kind of sparkly shimmering effect for the water. What I did was I took some of the pearl white, the testers for the Aztecing. I put 3 drops of that, and I put 1 drop of the Aztecing blue testers. And what I got was a nice, like a shimmering kind of color. I figured that would be nice for water. And I don't know if you can see. That's the first coat. Obviously it's going to be cleaned up. But the sections for water is only on that half. And there's like a rock with a little waterfall, and that's going to be painted. So I'm going to let this dry and see what another coat will look like. So now for the walkway or pathway, I wanted to keep it like a dirt path, but I wanted to do the bridges in like dark wood, so they would be brown, but I didn't want it to blend into the path. So I took some of the copper, the Aztec copper, the same copper paint that I used for the deflector dish on a 350 Enterprise, and some of the testers yellow. And what I did was I mixed it, kind of like a gross kind of dark dingy mustard kind of thing, but I want it to look like dirt. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this into the walkways. Okay, so I finished the pathways, and after I used the paint, like the same thing I did for the grass, one of my wife's discarded makeup palettes, I thought I'd put it to use. And the brown, let me show you what I did. After the paint was, well, not dry, but still a little tacky, I put a little bit of the makeup on the brush. What I did was I just kind of blotted over it, just to dull the shine and to kind of make it look like a baseball diamond, make it look like dirt. So that's the pathways. I'm pretty much done. So I'm gonna paint the benches right now. Alright, so I went ahead, I did the benches. I did them silver. I just wanted them to stick out a little bit. For the bridges, I wanted to do like a stone. I really don't have anything for the handrails. It's so small that it's tough to work with, but I tried to make them look like stone or cement bridges over the water. But with that, the bottom part is basically done, and I'll go ahead and I'll start working on the walls. With the rock and the water in the corner, I put dark gray. Alright, so I tried to make the bridges look like these little cement walkways. I tried to put little dots to look like little pedestals on the side, a little brick wall, but it didn't quite come out the way that I wanted. Let's see the rock. I'm ready to move on to the Arboretum Walls, and what I did with the walls was I had the photo etch. Let me show you. The leftovers, when I had done the USS Enterprise 1/350 scale original. And I had the little stickers for the bridge, so what I did was I put little stickers in the windows. See, that's a planet. And to be honest, I really don't know what that one is. In addition to that, I put the little red lights above the doorways, and then I tried to put little black frames around the door, and it's really small. I did anneal this with a cigarette lighter, and once this is dry, I'll put it into the walls. I'll remove the tape, the masking tape. I was thinking about what I'm going to do for the doors. I think I'm going to leave it white to see if the light will bleed through and make it look like the doors are open. I'll see what it looks like when I dry fit it. So I ended up putting the areas of the doors silver, a light silver, because I thought that would look nice. And I ended up putting the Arboretum walls in. And with that, you can see where the trees are going to go. I wasn't able to use the trees that I made because they were just too big. So what I did was I took all the trees, I hot glued them, and I rolled them into parsley. And of course I painted the trunks, and I'll put them in. I'll show you what it looks like. So this is what it looks like with the trees put in. And what I did was I glued them into, I put them into place, and then I glued them from underneath to reinforce them. Let's see if I can light it for you. And who wants to take a walk through the Arboretum on the Enterprise? I hope the ceiling fits on. Let me show you the other side. Oop. This thing is in the way. So let me get the ceiling all ready, and we'll see how it looks. Alright, well, I just finished the roof. Let me show you has the decals that shows the skyline with clouds. I was going to paint this in for the grids because I thought it would have looked cool, because you figure there's something that's lighting it on the inside, but the more I thought about it, the more I thought it would block the light. You probably won't be able to see the ceilings anyway that much. Let me go ahead, and it's going to be hard with one hand. Give me a minute. I'm going to put the top on and show you what the finished Arboretum looks like. Alright, this is the finished Arboretum. It's not glued down yet. I'll wait till it dries overnight and then I'll glue it into place, like when I'm ready to put it into the secondary hull. But let me see if I can get you guys in there. It's a little tight. Take you into the Arboretum of the Enterprise. I wish I had a better camera. It'd be cool to kind of go through it the way it is with the ceilings down, but well, that, my friends, is the Arboretum from the 1350 Enterprise Refit from Polar Lights. Hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next section of the instructions.